What's going on, YouTube? I am level 100 Aggron, and this is Heaven's Net, my SoulCalibur ranked series, where I play anywhere between 4 to 7 ranked matches using my various favorite characters from the SoulCalibur series, ranging from Yoshimitsu to Raphael and Astroth and things of that nature. So anyway, let's get right into it, and I will start by saying, recorded this about, let's see here, today is the 11th, I would say Wednesday the 3rd-ish of October, by the way, so this isn't a totally different month or anything like that. Yeah, so it's a little old, but I remember all of it. I've had this recorded for a while. I've just been really busy. But you know how it goes. Just trying to make time for new games that are coming out. Been playing the fudge out of RE6. I've been kind of considering making some mercenary mode or agent hunt gameplay, but I don't know how it works yet. I haven't played it yet because I don't want to play any of it until fucking dropping combos, man. What's going on, Kyle? Who's Kyle? Well, that's me. I used to include that all the time, but I'm sure you can tell from the AKA Kyle. And if you didn't know what AKA stands for, you'd probably be in school still. But AKA stands for also known as. That was a little lesson for y'all. Anyway, yeah, so I have no clue how it works. I want to finish the campaign first. I'm maybe first chapter, second chapter of Jake Muller's campaign, and then I'm done. I went down the line. I gotta say, it was great and everything, but God, I'm a man. Kind of man that doesn't care if he burps and doesn't say excuse me. Yeah, might as well work out on my ranch with my horses and my bears, and fish and shit. But yeah, so it's pretty good. I got a couple gripes. They're really small, just stuff like some of the campaign sections are just total cop-outs, so they didn't have to make fucking other content different for their own campaigns. And what I mean by that is, like, and spoilers, so if you don't want to listen to this, skip ahead like maybe, I don't know, well, we're at 3:15, skip ahead to like 3:40. You meet up with Chris and Piers as Jake and Sherry, and you help them do the same thing that you do in Chris's campaign, which is really stupid, and it's just like, that's filler that they could have, and I mean, like, it makes sense in the story because that's how it went down, but it's just like, that's filler. You really didn't need to do that. You could have done a totally different section for their campaign altogether, but beggars can't be choosers. It's still a pretty solid campaign. By the way, the last match and this one, I'm not an asshole. This guy is just really bad, and it really annoyed me because he's playing Valdo, only throwing out low spams because he obviously does not know what he's doing. The other guy, I was playing him online. He was on 1 bar. The first match, laggy, he beat me around and then teabagged me when I'm on a 1 bar and I can't even move. So I just dashboarded out, and I mean, that's bad and that's dumb, and I don't condone that because I think that if a player legitimately beats you, they kind of deserve their win. And there are certain situations where I don't think they deserve it. Like, if this gentleman here beat me, I probably would have dashboarded out because you can tell he doesn't deserve a win. He doesn't know what he's doing at all. He doesn't know any combos. He doesn't know how the fuck to play his character. He's just doing things so that he can try and get some damage, and it's really frustratingly stupid that players like this are pretty much all that are around right now. So moving on from that topic, we will get into a totally different topic, which is the status of SoulCalibur right now. I mean, it's still got a decent amount of players. Like, I'm not playing the same guy every time, and I don't mind doing that from time to time, but it's like all the players are either in player match or they're really bad. And I don't mean to make that sound like I'm coming off as condescending or I'm on a high horse or anything like that. It's just, it's like all the low ranks are better than like most of these C ranks, B ranks that I'm playing now. Like, this was a C rank attack, by the way. This is seriously like all C ranks. There's one D rank because I was playing Patroclus, but and I don't know what that maybe would be from. If that was maybe because all of the attention that Bandai was giving SoulCalibur left after like what, the second month, and we're on month 7 now of its release. It's been out for 7 fucking months now, and Bandai has dropped it like a bad habit. It's a little upsetting, to say the least, because it's my favorite game. It's my favorite series as of right now. Kind of like it's kind of like Dark Souls. Like, the lore isn't apparent. You have to kind of dig around and sort of find it out on your own. It was a little more apparent. A porn. It was a little more a porn. I guess you could call it a porn with all the advertising it did for 5, like it did, with close-ups of Ivy's boobs and whatnot, even though there's really not that many boobs on here. But anyway, it's just it's upsetting because it's like they turned their attention completely 180 degrees. Like, the focus was they and I know I'd change the subject from the lore and whatnot. I know that I maybe will finish it later, but I'm a little more focused on Bandai and what they're doing. And I mean, they just released Tekken Tag, and I get Tekken's a really huge fighting series, but SoulCalibur is also just as big. I would put it at like 3rd biggest fighting game franchise. And I know this critical edge on this combo is not as much damage as a 236B Brave Edge, but I like the I like how it looks more. Also, that other move I did with the unblockable hitter, that is a pretty dirty tech trap that not a lot of people see coming because it's pretty out of the ordinary. I learned it from watching, I think it was the September 8-way run tournament. Excuse me. So anyway, they just dropped all support for this, and we're on month 7, no patches, they're just making clothes. The way I look at it is, it's like, they've made their money. They're pretty done with the series. They don't really seem to be patching or updating anything anymore. All the DLC is just disappointing, and it's just offensive that they can even call that stuff DLC. I mean, what is it, like 240 points for a one-piece swimsuit and like a fucking sports bra that looks different for female characters? Like, that's 240 points? Come on, Bandai. What are you thinking here? And I know this is breaking away from my usual sort of tone for my commentary, but I've been thinking about it lately, and that's probably why I haven't been playing SoulCalibur as much, and I've kind of been playing more Tekken. Tekken's been receiving a lot of support. They just got their patch like yesterday for version 1.0.2, which came out with Slim Bob, Sebastian, and Xiao Yu's friend. I don't know, I don't like him, so none of the characters that came out I'm really all that interested in. I mean, Slim Bob's cool, maybe I'll play him a little bit. They got like 4 new arenas. They got the Tekken World Arena, which is just the global Coliseum. I just feel like it's a little selfish that they spoil one franchise and kind of leave another one in the dark, because I mean, SoulCalibur is got a fairly big fan base. So it's not like they're gonna update it and people just aren't going to play it anymore. That's not the case. I was laughing my fucking ass off because I do remember this fight. I do remember this one when I recorded this. He kicked me out of the ring and I was like screaming. I was like, no! Because for whatever fucking reason, every match I got that day was on this map. And I could have avoided that if I would have done 8B plus K to go into Dragonfly. But, like, seriously, almost all these matches were on this map. And that is so stupid. That was so annoying. I was just not happy with that because I fucking hate this map. But yeah, so, I mean, just the lack of support that SoulCalibur 5 is getting now, it just almost feels like they've given up on the series until SoulCalibur 6 comes out, which, fucking what, like next year, sometime this year, something like that. I mean, I think the most unwise decision was the lack of DLC, like good DLC. Like the one good one that I bought that was worth the money was Dompierre, and that was smart because it's a character. People are gonna fucking play that. People are gonna want that. They're gonna go, okay, well this guy's playing this. I don't know anything about it, and I kind of like how he plays. I'll buy that. I mean, it's just like intelligent marketing. People don't want a bunch of fucking shitty costumes for their stupid characters that they play like 1,000 times a day. Maybe a little variety. I mean, they took out characters that were... The sucky thing was if I would have teched that throw, I probably would have died anyway. Anyway, they took out characters like Zazamel and Yun Sung and whatnot because I think it had to do with their stories being over, which that's fine and everything, but when you think about it, characters like that have been around since the first fucking game. I think Yun Sung was... I know Zazamel didn't come around until SoulCalibur 3, and that's fine because it's a little different to go, well, Zazamel was my main. If, and you can't complain if he wasn't on an older game and he was on a newer game. So, like, if you started on SoulCalibur 2 and he wasn't around and then you mained him on SoulCalibur 3, it doesn't make sense to complain about it because, you know, he wasn't ever around for 2. I guess what I'm saying is I don't really like the fact that Bandai is just making all these unwise choices with their DLC and whatnot, like Zazamel, Yun Sung, Xiaomin, I think was her name, for DLC characters. That would be pretty awesome. You could even do fucking other character skins. Like instead of 1 and 2 player costumes, you could do 2 or 3 and 4 player costumes, stuff like that. I mean, it's really not rocket science here to drop decent DLC and, you know, support a game like this. I mean, it's got a fan base that's pretty huge, so, you know, but yeah. So, anyway, on a lighter note, I'm pretty hyped because I'm ordering a bunch of Magic cards for my modern decks because I play Magic, obviously, and I only really play Modern because Standard's boring. You see the same 3 decks: Kessig, Wolf Run, Delver. Ooh, the originality. I do Black-Blue Zombies, Death Barons and whatnot. It's a little spendy, but most of the creatures are pretty cheap to play. Really fast. Average converted mana cost of like 2.5, I think was. If you're interested in seeing the deck lists of some of the decks that I've made, I'll link my Tapped Out if somebody just requests for it, and all Tapped Out is in the deck builder website. So if you're into Magic and whatnot, you can, you know, build a deck. So, yeah. I've been designing this really fun black-blue force draw deck that its focus is Underworld Dreams and Megrin, with cards that make you force draw and force discard, like Wistful Thinking and Compulsive Research. It's like draw 2, discard 4, unless one of those cards discarded is a land. Draw 2, discard 4. Just simple. You know, just stuff like that. And then, like, Kami of the Crescent Moon, every player draws an extra card on their or during their draw step. Dimmer Cut Curses, draw for yourself so you can get card advantage. Forcing your opponent to discard, so that works in tandem with Megrim, if Megrim's out. Yeah. SoulCalibur's been a little barren lately, though. Ran into a lot of C ranks. Most of the A ranks were pretty bad. A lot of their connections are terrible recently, and I don't know what the fuck the reasoning for that is. The only decent one I ran into was a Siegfried. I played a stupid, terrible Ivy that just had the same stupid Brave Edge combo, you know, couldn't do Summon Suffering, whatever Ivy's special throw is. Played a Natsu. I know these guys are kind of low rank, but next video for SoulCalibur, I'll get some higher rank players. I've just been a little busy playing Resident Evil, like I said. Yeah, so this is coming to an end. I'm gonna give it a quicker close this time. So give it a like if you like. Consider subscribing for more fighting game content as well as Dork Souls. I'm level 100 Agron, and peace out, Girl Scout.
To see what is right and not to do it is want of courage.